Today we have a field trip with the Don Tyson School of Innovation AP Bio students. We had 3 different station rotations for them to do, which involved everything from aquifers, benthic macroinvertebrates, to a nature hike of our sanctuary. I'm Suzanne Murphy. I am the Youth Education Specialist, and I'm the Water Quality Program Manager at Illinois River Watershed Partnership.
For me personally, it was a really great time, and a big part of it was really just hanging out with these guys, just having that time out of class to just work and just see all this and learn about more so like just the environment, biology. It's a completely different story when you can actually see and interact with it as opposed to just hearing it or seeing the books.
Yeah, I think anytime that you're able to get out of a classroom environment, it really helps everyone come out of their shell and get to know each other better. So that was fun, but also just the learning opportunities that all the great people here provided, I think is something that's going to stick with me even beyond this class.
It's really inspiring to see the younger generation engaged in watershed management, especially in this in-depth way where they're getting in waders, getting in the creeks, looking at bugs, doing these labs out here in the field, going for hikes.
We're going to do this in phases. Phase 1 is find the buggies and organize buggies. So, benthic macroinvertebrates.
This is great for student learning. It gets them out of the classroom and they get to have hands-on experiences with different types of jobs and careers, opportunities that perhaps ecologists, even microbiologists, being in the lab, being outdoors, they get that experience to see what type of job opportunities there are out there.
Faster than it, and people have planted it all over, which means that it is out competing with the name.
Some environmental topics are not topics that are always in the foreground, but it is very important to be able to conserve the natural resources that we have.
We've been recently talking about like cell signaling and all that stuff, and like how it has different influences in like our cells. That made me think like of how many processes are happening without us knowing, and like how many of those are actually harmful for not only us as humans, but also the animals that live in the ecosystems.
To have a hands-on lab with macroinvertebrates that indicate the quality of water is something much more specific, and I think that's the benefit of doing something like this.
If you're interested in getting in conservation, one great way to get involved is to volunteer. We have litter cleanups and plantings and things like that, and that is really a great way to get in with any of the conservation orgs in the area. Show that you want to do the work. Show up to plantings, show up to litter cleanups, go to your city council meetings, listen to what's happening in your community. That's how I got plugged in, and I would say anyone who's interested in the arts, you know, it doesn't have to be the scientists, humanities, political science, law. There's a place for you in the conservation community, and there's a growing need for this work. So you can marry almost any other career with a career in conservation if you really want to.